Okay, another example, negative 10 sevenths plus 1/6. First thing we want to do is get a lowest common denominator. Okay, so 7 is the largest number. I'm going to start counting by sevens and stop when I get to a number that 6 goes into, or the smallest multiple of 6, which would then be the multiple of 7. If you know what 7 times 6 is 42, and if you know your multiples, you know that there's no other number smaller that 7 and 6 would both go into. You can also look at a multiplication table if you have trouble with your multiplication facts or finding lowest common denominators. Go across and look for that number on your multiplication table. Okay, so going the other way, if I start with a 7, 6 does not go into 7. The next multiple is 14. 6 doesn't go into there. 21, no. 28, no. 35, no. 42, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is my new denominator is 42. What do I have to multiply 7 by to get to 42? Or how many times does it go in there evenly? That's a 6. How many times does 6 go into 42? Or what do I have to multiply it by to get to 42? That would be a 7. Okay, so if 6 times negative 10 equals negative 60, 7 times 1 is 7. I have a common denominator, so now I can add them together. A negative 60 plus 7 is negative 53. And again, if you have trouble with the adding, subtracting integers, you can use a calculator for that part. We don't want you to miss out on the skill of adding, subtracting fractions, but go back and practice that if you have trouble with it. 42 is going to stay the same. So my answer is negative. Let's bring that negative out in front. If you remember, just write it the first time. If you remember, just write it the first time out in front. But if not, just rewrite it with the negative out in front. That's our final answer. It is an improper fraction because 53 is bigger than 42, but that's okay. If you were directed to put it into a mixed number, you could do that. But you cannot reduce this. There's no number that 53 and 42 have in common. No factors that they have in common besides 1. But that doesn't do anything. So that is your final answer.